Hello children, I welcome you all for today's class. Are you all ready? Now let's get started. Today we will see a poem about how little things can change into pleasant memories and stay forever in our mind. The name of the poem is The Little Things That Happen. This beautiful poem is written by Marjorie Wilson. Now let us know about the poet. She is Marjorie Wilson. Marjorie was the sister of Captain T.P. Cameron Wilson, the war poet. Marjorie Wilson wrote under the pen name Town Girl in the children's newspaper, to which she sent many of her poems and sketches. Children, some writers may use a different name to publish their works, which is known as pen name. Marjorie Wilson wrote under the pen name of Town Girl. Let us see some of her poems. The Lighthouse, Memories, The Old Woman in the Attic. Now before getting into the poem, I want to recall some of your memories through these pictures. Have you ever flown a kite? I know this would be one of our favorite activity during holidays. A kite is just a little thing made out of color papers. But when you fly a kite, the joy and happiness it gives us is incomparable. Have you ever set sail a paper boat in the puddles of rainwater? I'm sure everyone would have tried this during rainy season. Am I right? Have you ever enjoyed playing with your pet? Who does not like to have a pet? To befriend them, building a house for them gives us immense pleasure and joy. Have you ever built a sandcastle? I know your answer will be yes. I'm sure whenever we go to beach, children and even adults would like to build a sandcastle. Have you ever listened to some interesting and exciting stories from your grandparents? Those stories we can never forget. Children, I knew all these pictures would have definitely brought you pleasant memories back. Am I right? Having recalled our pleasant memories, now we shall read the poem, The Little Things That Happen. The little things that happen are tucked into your mind and come again to greet you, or most of them you'll find. Through many little doorways, of which you keep the keys, they crowd into your thinking. We call them memories. But some of them are rovers and wander off and get so lost the keys grow rusty, and that means you forget. But some stay ever near you. You'll find they never rove. The keys are always shining. Those are the things you love. Now let's understand the central idea of this poem. Every day, many things happen in our life. We may not remember all, but our mind chooses to remember something which is important and which is pleasant to us. Our mind chooses to forget unimportant things and unpleasant things. The thoughts will recall these memories from our mind, and it makes us feel happy and good. Now we shall read the poem again in stanzas. Now what is a stanza? A stanza is a set of lines in a poem grouped together and set apart from other stanzas in the poem, either by a double space or by different indentation. You can see the stanzas are divided by leaving a blank line. In this poem we have 4 stanzas. Each stanza has 4 lines. Now we shall read the stanza 1. The little things that happen are tucked into your mind and come again to greet you, or most of them you'll find. Now what is the meaning of tucked? means hidden. Many things happen, but only few things which are very important or which are pleasant stays in our mind forever, and those are called memories. Those memories come again to greet us from time to time. Now we shall read stanza 2. Through many little doorways of which you keep the keys, they crowd into your thinking, we call them memories. What is the meaning of doorways? Doorways are the openings into buildings or rooms. Now here in this poem, doorways has a different meaning. Like how a house has many rooms, each room has a door. We use the key to open the rooms. The same way, our mind is also divided into different rooms. The thoughts are the keys to open these rooms and to bring back the memories from our mind. Now we shall read stanza 3. But some of them are rovers and wander off and get so lost the keys grow rusty, and that means you forget. Now what do you mean by rovers? Rovers are the things which wander off, things which move away. As I told you earlier, our mind chooses to remember only important things. Our mind will forget unimportant things. The poet compares the keys when not in use, it becomes rusty. Now here in this poem, the keys are the thoughts. When you don't think about unimportant things, our mind will forget those memories. Now we shall read the last stanza of this poem. But some stay ever near you, you'll find they never rove. The keys are always shining, those are the things you love. Some memories stay forever in our mind. We can never forget in our life. You recall those pleasant memories from time to time, which keeps the keys, that is the thoughts, shining. Children, now we shall learn how to find out the rhyming words from the poem. What are rhyming words? Rhyming words are words that have different beginning sounds but have the same vowel and ending sounds. Please do remember words which have same ending sound and not the same ending letters. Stanza 1. Mind, find. Mind, find. The beginning sounds are different, but the ending sound are the same. Stanza 2. Keys, memories. Both these words end with E sound. Stanza 3. Get, forget. Ends with Et sound. Stanza 4. There are no rhyming words. If you look at the stanza 4, you see the words rove, R-O-V-E, L-O-V-E, love. You may get confused by seeing those two words. Though it ends with the same letters, but the sounds are different. R-O-V-E, rove, L-O-V-E, love. So both are not rhyming words. Next we are going to learn something new. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it is poetic devices. Now what are poetic devices? Poetic devices are tools used in poetry. A poet can use these poetic devices to create rhythm, enhance a poem's meaning, or intensify mood or feeling. Now the poet uses these poetic devices to make it more interesting to the reader. Let us know some of the poetic devices used in this poem. Now let's see what is alliteration. Alliteration is a poetic device. It is a repetition of a sound or letter at the beginning of words in a series. Children, alliteration might sound new to you, but we are used to it. I shall explain you how. Here we have some alliteration tongue twisters. I know you all enjoy telling tongue twisters, isn't it? Now let's read the first tongue twister. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now if you notice the words Peter Piper picked peck pickled peppers, All these words have same beginning sound p. The next tongue twister. Black bug bit a big black bear. Now if you notice in this tongue twister, we have black bug bit big black bear, words having same beginning sound b. Now this is known as alliteration. Now coming back to our poem, now if you notice the lines of which you keep the keys. In this line you have keep keys. Both are alliterative because both have the same beginning sound k. The next line, but some stay ever near you. In this line, some stay have same beginning sound s. So some and stay both are alliterative. This is only alliteration. The next poetic device is repetition. Repetition is a poetic device in which a word is repeated 2 or more times. From the poem, if you notice this line, and wander off and get. Here, the word and is repeated for 2 times. Now this is repetition. The next is visual imagery. Now what is imagery? Imagery is a vivid and vibrant form of description that appeals to readers' senses and imagination. Visual imagery is connected to sight. Now the poet uses this visual imagery to describe about something so that it connects to the reader's senses. Visual imagery is something connected with sight. You can imagine the scene or the pictures visually. Now from the poem, this poem creates rich visual images of how memories are stored. Few examples are the keys grow rusty, the keys are always shining. When you read these lines, you can imagine the pictures visually. This is visual imagery. Now let us take a look on the summary of the poem. This poem conveys us that memories come to greet us from time to time. Memories make us feel happy and good. Memories can be of some incidents happened in our life, or it could be little things that we had experienced, or it could be the time spent with a person who is dear to us. All these will get stored in our mind and stay forever as memories. It is our thoughts that acts as keys to recall the memories from our mind. Our mind chooses to remember the pleasant memories and to forget the unpleasant ones. Hope you all have enjoyed and understood the poem well. Thank you.